Okay, this is the recap for March 19th, 2024. So heading into the open, the market had this black bar here, this big bar, ran through some very important resistance, ran stops, and then came all the way back to the breakdown area. That all happened in the overnight session, and so to start the session we were up here. The bigger bias is bearish, and this is basically another sort of a potential pullback continuation, but with also the context that the market is now got very exhausted down here, but the exhaustion's more or less worked off for day traders at this point. So anyway, I shorted around 49, and I had my stop at 58, and then I was considering shorting again if I got stopped out, and then I got my scale down here, and then I ended up exiting on the way back up here because it just looked very resilient and strong, and I would have been stopped out, and then I didn't end up shorting again because I was then reading this as second test. So didn't end up trading this. A little disappointed about that, but I guess let's see, 38 to 57. I don't know, maybe that is another exhaustion. In any case, it's an important zone, and shorting again is perfectly acceptable. So definitely should have done that, regardless of the outcome. I think this huge movement overnight in a bearish environment makes this high odds to try again. And anyway, that's all I did for the day. And then I didn't want to buy the VWAP here. I didn't want to sell the pullback because it was just options expiration Friday. It just didn't seem like worth it to try and do something aggressive. The stop really would have to go way up here, so didn't do anything there. There was this pullback continuation. Again, this is Friday afternoon. I'm not taking that on Friday afternoon on options expiration. And then this exhaustion into bias confirming zone probably could have been traded for a tradable reaction, but again, the bigger bias is bearish, and at this point the day's bias has more or less flipped bearish. I mean, it balanced here and broke down, even though this is bias changing zone, bias confirming zone for the intraday. Bias was more or less bearish by this point, so no trade there, and then no fade here, and didn't look to fade this. It was getting kind of late in the day at that point. I was pretty much done